Alright, welcome everybody to this review of The Rising of the Shield Hero. Yes, after six great episodes, episode 7 got even greater. And we enjoyed it to the point where we just wanted to give it a chance to understand how admirable Rising of the Shield Hero is with this episode. Now, this is a filler episode based on a light novel, not the manga's type thing, but if you guys read the manga, you guys ask yourselves, how come this not this a light novel? So it's completely different. Now, I want to point things out that this episode wasn't about the Shield Hero. This was about the debut of, well, not a debut, more like a filler between Raphtaila and Filo. Yes, this episode was not about the Shield Hero, but these two combatants fighting it out for the love and affection of Nafumi, aka the Shield Hero. And this has been one of those times we can understand who is best girl for Natsumi, or in any case, who is best girl for both of them. I mean, who is best girl overall in this show. Now, there are Raphtaila fans. Okay, there are Filo fans out there. Just think about what would have been. This episode was like, what would happen if we have two of our best girls in the show going at it? And yes, I for one am a Filo fan. I mean, I'm starting to feel Raphtaila fan because I ship Raphtaila to Nafumi. Filo, for a chicken like her, like Pappy, I consider them the little sisters of anime because I wouldn't do them. Because it's just not right. I don't even care how old they are. I don't even care if that little chicken is like 1,000 years old, 100 years old. I'm still not doing that. Same goes to Pappy. Pappy's 16, but I'm not doing that because she's like a little girl. Kusuno from Sekirei, same thing. Kana from Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid, she's over 1,000 years old. I'm not doing that still. That's why I don't want to see. That's why everybody was saying protect Filo at all costs. Protect Filo at all costs. Raphtaila, different story. We all like her. I like Raphtaila. Okay, now this episode, again, was about, I'm going to put it in the details, I'm sorry. So, the Shield Hero and his gang went to the village where they stumbled upon these plants and vines. And who to blame for that? Oh yeah, the freaking Spear Hero with the slut. Okay, now this is one of those times where you're just like, why would you trust a hero that does some dumb shit? Why would you do that? I mean, sure, these are the 4 main heroes, but do they actually trust them? Kind of like the Spear Hero. I mean, the Shield Hero. No one don't trust the Shield Hero. And I'm like, he's cleaning the mess up. This is why I like the Shield Hero in this. He is literally cleaning up the mess that every individual hero not doing. Like, if the Spear Hero, I'll give you an example. Like this episode, the Spear Hero did some crazy shit in the village and he ain't gonna do a damn thing about it. The Sword Hero, the Bow Hero, they're not doing a damn thing. And the only thing that cleaning up all 3 of those messes is the Shield Hero. He's doing all the dirt. He's doing all the work. I'm like, is nobody not giving him the credit? Nobody's not even like we giving him credit, but no one else ain't giving him the benefit of the doubt that he's cleaning up the mess that the other 3 are doing. That's messed up. But still, I like the motivation he's doing. He goes around helping out people that other heroes aren't doing. And I like that. So the whole gang was taking down the giant plant monsters that you see in Plants vs. Zombies. And it was nice seeing how they got wrapped up in the vines. And where there's vines with anime girls, there is fan service. Yes, fan service. And that's what this episode we had. We had a little bit of fan service, which is great and all, because we all adore that. I like the teamwork they did with Nafumi and Filo and all that stuff. But when Raphtaila got captured, she covered her skirt because we don't want to see any. I mean, she covered the panty shots because we all, as Raphtaila fans, we do want to see what's underneath the dress. And Filo mocking, laughing at them. See, the rivalry that these two are having, it's just that their communication doesn't care at all. And yes, even though they had some minor problems in that facing the plant monster, Nafumi did his work. He even helped out a village with plants, giving them plants full of fruits that could help them survive. I really like that. I really do. Now, aside from saving a village that was being taken down by plants, we got a hot spring. And yes, hot springs. Now, let's be honest. this happens a lot in anime. When it comes to hot springs, there is fan service. Again, fan service. And every fan service. Okay? Hot springs, fan service. Keep it together and you get that. I mean, they're like Black Clover yesterday. Black Clover, they're going to a hot springs. And they hot springs, you know what's going to happen. Fan service. And just like this, we're going to have fan service episode in the hot springs. And it was really great. Seeing Filo, seeing Raphtaila, full body, you know, everybody liked to see her body in the hot springs. And then she'd read something about love, how to get closer to Nafumi, you know, want to become a woman than an actual girl. You see, Nafumi is a guy, he's one of those main characters that, like, if he in a harem situation, that he doesn't know the affection that they're having. You know what I mean? Like, he don't know if one's in love with the main character. You know what I mean? He don't see that. Filo and Raphtaila, on the other hand, they are going at it. Especially with Raphtaila. This is one piece out of another, but Filo's always one step ahead of Raphtaila. She hugged Nafumi saying, I love you, and she got jealous. It was hilarious. And Filo is in the hot springs with Nafumi because the thing about Nafumi is that he sees Filo as a little sister. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But Raphtaila, she wants to become a woman than a girl. So now, for the love affection, she has to go to she went out trying to look for this crystal that could charm a guy. Plus the funny thing was like, oh, you could kiss and get pregnant. That's not how that works, Raphtaila. That's funny and all. When she said, if we kiss, I'll get pregnant. That's not how it works. I don't know if your village has that kind of ritual where you kiss someone to get pregnant. I'm just saying, I don't think that's wrong. I'm not saying that in her defense, that's how it works in her village. But come on, guys, we know how it works in anime. Just because you kiss someone doesn't mean you get pregnant automatically. I mean, just think about it. Just think about it. For example, like Raphtaila. Just think about it. Just think about all the kisses scenes that you see. Did they get pregnant? No, they didn't. They didn't get pregnant at all. So I don't think that worked. But still, that was adorable. I like how I like Filo and Raphtaila's teamwork in this episode when they jumped in trying to take down that snaggle beast, even though that wild boar, snaggle beast or whatever, backed up and saying he fucked up because he was scared at one time. At first he was charging at the two, but after the mistake he did with Filo getting the eggs and Raphtaila getting the crystal and they all was gone, they backed the ref. He know he fucked up. And those two beat the holy hell out of that pig. They beat the holy hell out of it, which I was seeing. Now, on to the next. Now, after beating up the pig, the villagers used that as a ritual scheme, and they got Nafumi a present, which was nice. And what did Nafumi do at the end? He pat both of them on the head. And even though Raphtaila still thinks that Nafumi still treats her as a daughter, she will do whatever she can to make a woman out of herself. Meaning, more mature looking, more sexier, enough to get closer to Nafumi, which will happen. So, as they get to the ending credits, we see this dragon. And we all know where this is going. He's going to get a new upgrade as well. And he did get an upgrade with the plant this week, but he's going to get an upgrade every single time. Against this cursed zombie dragon thing, he is going to get an upgrade unlike any other. And I look forward to next week, because next week, aside from a nice episode, next week is going to be more brutal than ever. And I hope to see that. So, like I said, this episode was a filler episode. It wasn't the continuation of Nafumi and the Shield Hero, but it was more the rise of Raphtaila and Filo. Together, trying to win the love of affection and get the waifu wars intact, like keep it going, building them. So, I look forward for next week and I hope you will.